my crafty friends, this is Crafting with the Crochet coming at you with another video. This is going to be a whipping chat, so make sure you go visit the kitchen, grab you some limeade, grab you some tea, grab you a Pepsi, whatever, make yourself at home, grab you a snack, grab you a drink, and come back, prop your feet up, and listen to my stories, because y'all, I've got 2 pages full of stories. Yeah. It's been a week, let me catch you up. But first, little housekeeping here, you know. Make sure you like, share, subscribe my channel. Get my numbers up. Come on. I'm up to 200. I could use 250. Can we do 250? Come on. I know we can. So share me with your friends. Anyone who likes a Southern hillbilly that, you know, likes to diamond paint. Oh, excuse me. I also do adult art, or adult coloring, but I don't really do that many videos with it. Haven't really done it. I've been reading more books here lately of an evening. But anyway, more on that later. What am I working with? You may recognize this. I had this kit out last year. It's from my WIPs. I finished Bookworm Fairy and got it off to the library. I'll update you on that later. This is Coop Sweet Coop. It's back. It's out. It's in the rotation again. I finished one, and I told my husband that the very next finish that I did, I would get this back in the rotation. So there's part of it. I'm sorry, I have most of it covered with these Elizabeth Ward type things from DAC, but there's, and I'm moving them for no reason because you're not, you know, you're focused on right there. But anyway, it's Coop Sweet Coop. It's back in the rotation again. Let me get a swig of my iced coffee. You guys make yourself at home. It's been a week. I'll just leave that coffee here because I'm going to be drinking on it so far. But anyway, that's what I'm working on. Like I said, these are the DAC containers, the Elizabeth Ward type things that they came up with last year. It was already kitted up, and it's been over there on my filing cabinet for most of the year because I just didn't want to work on it. Obvious reasons, you know. And it's not like hubby can take it to the office because it's a biosecure plant. At least while I was in his place, because he's in there with computers. You can't have a whole lot of decorations in there with the computers. But anyway, so my putty is going to be Putty Crocker Black Coconut. That's the putty I chose to use with this kit while I'm working on it here. And you see my little rooster. He is from, I don't remember where he's from. He's not from Galloway's Gallery, but he's from someone else. But I don't remember where the rooster's from. But he's a pretty little jeweled rooster, so that's the chicken one I have. You see the Bees release paper, the crafty, this is Bees Crafty Corner. Sabrina, my friend, made those. And a funny story, whenever I first got this kit and needed release papers. Now, I worked on this last year. I'd done this section last year. And then put it up, right? Well, I didn't have any chicken release papers. And of course, you gotta kind of matchy. You know, you have chicken release papers, a chicken painting, a chicken cover minder. I don't have a chicken pin, but you know. And so I contacted the owner of Bees Crafty Corner, which is Sabrina. She's a real sweet lady. And I was like, girl, I'm doing a chicken painting. I need some chicken papers. She came up with a couple designs. I chose this one. It's still, I was looking at her shop. By the way, she has a new website. I did not know that. I went to her Etsy store, and it says, hey, we have a new website. And I'm, ooh, cool. So, congrats, Sabrina. Moving on up in the business. You go, girl. So, yeah, go check her out. Bees Crafty Corner. Okay, Bees Crafty Corner. It's on Etsy. She also has a brand new website. So, go Sabrina. Little shout out to my girlfriend there. The tray that I'm using is a yellow dog. It's for my Just Breathe 2025 event that I participated in. You'll hear me mention about diamonds and dragonflies. My friend Heather. That was her event. She started this. And it's been 2 years. What kit was I doing for that kit? Oh, it was Pooh. It's Pooh. That's what I was doing for that one. Pooh's on the work table. He will be hopefully getting done soon. I've got like one more strip to go and he'll be finished. So yay. And then in September, next month, in a couple weeks. Oh my God, this year's flying by. In a couple weeks, we will be going into September. And that opens up a Halloween event for me. I will be participating in, once again, Diamonds and Dragonflies has a Patreon group, which I am part of. And she will be doing a Halloween event for us, or with us and for us, in the group. You do have to be a paid Patreon member. It's a really cool group. If you're looking for a group of ladies that love to diamond paint and lift you up through the bad times, good times, want to chit chat, we Zoom a lot. It's a really, really good group of friends. You know, they're all online. It's just, I cannot say enough about this group. They've been with me through thick times and good times and bad times. We've been with other tribe members through good times and bad times, and it's just, the group is wonderful. I can't say enough about the group itself. It's just wonderful. But if you're looking for a group of friends, there you go. You got to join the Patreon for Heather. So go look up Heather at Diamonds and Dragonflies. I'll put the link down below in the doobly-doo. And her channel, she's a great friend of mine. Gosh, I've been following her, part of her Patreon, for almost 2 years now. Has it been that long? Oh my gosh. Wow, time really does fly. But we have a lot of fun in the group, and she's a great YouTuber as well. A great friend of mine, great role model. You know, I can't say enough. So I'll shut up on that topic. But Mojo's over here looking at me like I'm nuts. I'm talking to myself. Yes, I know. I'm talking to myself. Yes, go. They don't want to see the dog. They don't want to see the dog. They don't need to see the dog. Oh my God, the dog stories. So, let me catch you up on what's been going on this week. I'm going to tell them all about you. Yes. Well, we'll start with the dog story. Well, we'll start with the Monday. What did you do Monday? You didn't really do nothing Monday with sleep, but anyway. We'll start with Monday. Your stories are mainly on Wednesday. Monday. No, we're not going to start with Wednesday. Y'all, Mojo's in the house, and he's feeling his oats. Go lay down. I'm making a video. Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, goodness. So anyway, Monday, let's get you started on what my week entailed. Monday, hubby was off. He is off Monday, Thursday, and Friday. So, those days, I try not to film unless I can keep from it. So, anyway, Monday he was working on his truck. He had to go. He's been ordering these parts for his truck and needed another part. He was going to run down here to the pawn store to see if they had one for, a couple bucks, cheap, to finish fixing his truck. And so Monday is kind of a rest day here for us and a catch-up day, because Thursday and Friday we usually run and do errands for the house, doctor's appointments, yada yada, and so Monday is kind of our rest day, so he can get rested back up and go back to work Tuesday and Wednesday, right? Right. So he was going to work on his truck, get it back up and running, because we've been having to share my car, which I'm not too keen on. I like having my wheels out there when I want to go do something, which isn't often, but still. Sit down and behave. No, we haven't gotten to Wednesday yet. Sit down. Sit down. Down. Oh, my goodness. Dogs, y'all. Dogs. Better hurry up with Monday and get to Wednesday's stories. So Monday, hubby went to the pawn store. He was there an awfully long time. He had my car, so I couldn't go check on him, which is a good thing because the store is getting robbed, and he was in it. I mean, he wasn't in on the robbery, of course, but he was in the store when it got robbed, okay? And, of course, the robber, of course, is stupid He's back there with the tools, and he just grabs like some kind of tool. Now, Quincy is ex-Army, okay, retired Army. Not quite retired Army, but he will be retired Army when he hits 62, I think. But, yeah, he came up behind the robber and hit him in the head and knocked him out before the guys could shoot him, which, Missouri is an open carry state, and that pawn shop has gotten robbed more than once, okay? And Old Man McGee, it's not his real name, but it's a family-run business. And the son is a neighbor of ours. He's a real good guy. Real good family. Very, very open about carrying. Dad carries on his hip. Son carries on his hip. There's multiple guns in the store behind the counter in case this happens again. And of course, I think there was Quincy said there was 3 employees that had made it to gun stations and had the guy on fixing to shoot him. And I think the dad did shoot him with a I don't remember what he shot, a bullet, not a bullet round, but a beanbag round. I'm not sure what. Quincy would have to tell you the story, but anyway, Quincy told me he came up behind the robber and hit him in the head with a tool and knocked him out. Ended up having to stay. Of course, they called the cops. There was 2 guys initially. They caught one guy outside the store, and of course the Quincy and the employees of the store took care of guy number 2. So yeah, there's that. Quincy, I guess, kind of became a hero. They had to interview him, and of course I never saw it on TV, so I don't know if it actually hit the news or just the local paper, but I haven't bothered to look it up. It's been a pain. But anyway, that was Monday. That was my excitement for Monday. Tuesday was Taco Tuesday day. And we had saved some money back up from bills and whatnot. We managed to go out every once in a while to eat out, and we like going for Taco Tuesday. And so we hadn't gone to this one restaurant. We have one of our favorite restaurants in a nearby city. And so we hadn't been in a couple weeks, almost a month. And Quincy called me from work or texted me from work. He's like, "Hey, how about Taco Tuesday tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great." I'd already had figured out a menu, and I was like, I can put my chicken in the refrigerator and eat it tomorrow, no big deal. And so that's what we did. We went out, he came home, got cleaned up for a minute, and we went out to Taco Tuesday for supper. And like I said, it's in a nearby city, about a 20-minute drive from here. Not too bad. So we were sitting there, and we always get this one table. And usually in this area, the same area that we're in, we sit in. It's never that busy for Taco Tuesday. So you can enjoy and relax and enjoy the music and enjoy the atmosphere of the restaurant. I'm really going to miss this restaurant. Really going to miss. Now I'm going to have to find a new place for Taco Tuesday. Anyway, to finish the story on Taco Tuesday. We were sitting there eating, right? And, this big black van, I noticed this big old black SWAT vehicle pull up. And I'm like, oh, cool, the cops know where to eat good tacos too, right? And I tell Quincy, and I was like, I noticed the letters on the van was ICE. And I was like, okay, I know, this county and that county, and I was like, what does ICE stand for? And about that time, guys with guns mobbed the restaurant. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna die. And of course his back was to it, so he didn't see what was going on. I was like, there's guys in black outfits with guns, and they're going in the kitchen. And he turns around, and of course at this point in time, there was like a couple other customers in the eating area, I should say. And one of the guys with guns, ICE agents, he came over, introduced himself, and he's like, "Hey, you've got to eat, and you know, sorry to interrupt your meal, folks, but we're gonna have to ask you to leave and go talk to the agent outside." And I'm like, "Oh no." And I asked him, I was like, "What is ICE?" And he's like, "We're immigration, ma'am. We're on an illegal raid, and the store is going to be immediately closed." And I'm like, "Oh no, not my favorite taco place." Because they had been in our town hitting the factories and whatnot and causing a bunch of ruckus, and now they hit the nearby cities and one of my favorite Taco Tuesday places. So we had to end our meal, go outside, get interviewed for that, and it's like, "No, we're just here for Taco Tuesday." You know, "Ma'am, do you know any of the owners inside?" I'm like, "No, I never really met them. I don't really speak their language. They always speak Spanish. And my Spanish is not that good. I mean, I know my favorite waitress, and she was over there in handcuffs bawling, and I'm like, this is not good." And they take the cook, I guess her husband or relative, I don't really know which, but they took the cook out in handcuffs. They took some of the waitresses out in handcuffs. They were interviewing a lot of the other ones and getting the customers out just as quickly as they could. And yeah, they closed that little store down and locked it down. We saw it on the news later that night, and I'm like, oh, damn it, that was a good restaurant. So I'm gonna miss that little restaurant. Really, really gonna miss that. That was really good food. But yeah, never knew it was ran by a bunch of illegals, and I have nothing against illegals. You want to come over to my country, that's fine. Do it the right way. Let's not do it the illegal way, because that just tends to close the restaurant down. You know. But I felt bad for the waitress that we always, chit-chatted with. I always gave her a $5, tip, and always friendly to her, always super nice, and I felt awful. I still feel awful thinking about that little restaurant. I'm going to miss that place. So anyway, on to Wednesday. Hey Mojo, we're down to you. Wednesday was, hubby was at work day. He had my car until the evening, and so he came home, had supper. We took the dogs to the park. Of course, Mojo got loose in the park because I have him on a double leash, and Sadie was bouncing and being a pain. She saw a dog, and she's very dog reactive, and she wants to play and wants to bark, and that set Mojo free, and he took tail for the frisbee section. Now, if you've been around my channel at any length of time, you know I have two healers, one named Mojo, one named Sadie. Mojo is a frisbee dog. Sadie should be an agility dog because she's such a jumper. Yeah. So anyway, he got loose. Quincy was like, "Where's he gonna go?" And we were trying to follow him the best we could with our little legs. Quincy grabbed the vehicle. I went towards the frisbee area because I knew that's where he was gonna go. That's where he was heading. We know he loves frisbee, so I was like, "Grab the car, meet me over at the frisbee fields. We're gonna walk over and see if I can find him." And so he went over, moved the car down, and I had already, by the time he got there with the car, I had already found Mojo. He had made friends. There was another family with another dog in training for learning how to play frisbee, and Mojo was helping both of them learn how to fetch a frisbee. Yeah. So anyway, we got our dog back and made a few friends in the process. Also on Wednesday, before hubby came home, I was trying to work on my diamond painting and get Bookworm Fairy done right for the library. That's a future story. That's for Friday. So anyway, I was working on my painting. and I heard this rustling sound. And I'm here alone, it's just me and the dogs, and, I heard this rustling sound. I'm like, it's not a normal rustling sound. And so I went to check it out, and there is Sadie with her 2 paws in the trash can, on the edges of the trash can, head all the way in the trash can, and Mojo was over there making a commotion, going, you don't need to be doing, I mean, if he could talk, he would be going, Sissy, Mom's gonna be upset if she finds you doing this, and he was like being a tattletale on his sister, okay? So, anyway, I came in, see the ruckus, and of course, get on to her for that. Sorry, my phone buzzed and kind of got me distracted. But Wednesday, I busted Sadie in the trash can. And like I said, after hubby got home, we took the dogs to the you-know-where for a walk. So that gives you till, let's see, that was Wednesday. Thursday. Thursday was our Springfield trip. Now, that was fun. So, Thursday, we try to spend some time together. Our marriage has been kind of on the rocks, and we've been trying to spend at least one day together. Usually, it involves in a fight, but we try. And so, back in our early marriage, we used to go thrift storing and flea marketing, and we haven't really explored a whole lot of Springfield. So I told Quincy, I was like, let's, on our next date day, let's go do that. And we'll go explore Springfield and flea market, thrift store, yada yada. We used to love doing that. So that's what we did Thursday. Our Tom Quincy is very detail oriented, okay? He had a piece of paper about like my notes with addresses on them. And he was programming in the little TomTom that we had. It died. About 2 stores into the trip, it just decided to take a dunk. And it didn't want to turn back on, so we had to use our phones. But anyway, so we were out and about in Springfield, had to turn our phones on, and then we had gone another couple places, and then we ran out of data. Y'all. And so I was getting tired anyway and kind of grumbly because I was starting to hurt. And I was like, let's just call it a day. It was like noonish, 1 o'clock or whatnot. And I was like, let's just go find somewhere to eat, chillax for a little bit, and migrate home. Because the dogs were by themselves and I needed to let them out. And I was like, just call it a day, grab something to eat, and we'll migrate home. And I knew where I was because I make my landmarks from stores. I don't use the map. I go by stores. So I knew that store, we backtracked our way. And, I was like, yeah, you just go up that street and turn this way. And Culliver's was like a couple streets over because his doctor's office was over on Sunshine. So we went over that way. Found the Culliver's. Culliver's or Culliver's, I'm not sure how you say it. They're known for the custard, and so yeah, we had some of their known butter dipped buns on their butter burgers. Oh my God, it was such good food. We go back up in Springfield. That's going to be a favorite place to stop if we want a burger. And then they're known for custard, and they came out. You go in, you place your order off the menu, and then they bring it to your table, right? Right. So we were sitting there eating our food, and they came by to get our dirty dishes, and I'm like, I can take care of the dirty dishes. They're like, no, we do that here. And so yeah, I'm like, okay, fine, you do that. And then sample guy came around, and he was offering samples of today's flavor. Well, that day's flavor, which was caramel twist. And I'm like, hey, that sounds good. Let me have some of that ice cream. He's like, it's custard, ma'am. I'm like, same thing. No, not really, ma'am. We're known for our custard. I'm like, okay. And so then it was just a little sample cup, and I saw quickly why they were known for their custard. That stuff was good. And so I told Quincy, I was like, "Hey, we've got a little money left. Let's just go get me a small cup of the custard." I was like, I want more of that." And he got him a little. So he got 2 small cups of custard of the day's flavor. They change the flavor every day, and they have a whole menu over there. And it was really good. We enjoyed our little ice cream treat, custard treat, and migrated home. Okay. And so that was Thursday, and then I got home in time to work on my owl for the micathon. And yeah, that was the day. That brings us to Friday. I told you I was working on not Coop's. This is Coop's Coop. Bookworm Fairy. I got it finished for the library. Hubby helped me frame it. He was a little snicky about that, but we got it framed. Got it up there at the library. I went. Well, no, he went with me. He sat in the car and was looking. He wanted to look up something there in town. He was still on the flea market kick and wanted to see if there was any flea markets there in the little town, the nearby town that I go to the library in. And of course we couldn't find one. But that's okay. And so I go in, take my picture to the librarian, and she's one of my friends. And she greets me. She was with the customer at the time, and so she didn't see the picture. And I put it on the thing face down where she couldn't see it. She's like, after the customer, she helps the customer Patreon, using the library and doing what he needed to do. I think he was making copies or something. And so she was helping him with that. And got done. She came over, talked to me. I was just standing there by the thing, and I was looking at the new release books, and didn't see anything I really wanted. Of course, I've got a couple books I'm listening to on audio for book clubs. And she came over and talked to me finally, and the main librarian was there, and she was there. They both came over, talked to me, and I flipped the picture over. She's like, "What'd you bring me?" And I told her that I was working on this painting, and I was like, "I brought you this painting. I didn't know if you'd want it or not." And so I flipped it over and showed it to her. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's beautiful." And she gave me the biggest hug, both of them did. And she's like, "You're giving this to the library?" And I was like, "Yep." And she's like, "It's too beautiful to give away as a prize. I want to take it home." I'm like, "Hey, do with it as you will. You want to put it on." I was like, I was kind of hoping you'd put it up on the wall, and and the kids, and it was a picture of a fairy reading a book. And I'll insert some pictures here in a minute. And so anyway, I dropped off Bookworm, got a big thank you from the librarians, came home, and that was pretty much that. Also, I ended up, they want me to teach a diamond painting class, one to adults, which I can do my big ones, and then they wanted me to teach it to little kids, so now I got to get some stickers or something to teach about 40 kids how to diamond paint. Oh, God, help me with this project. I don't like little kids. I am not kid friendly, okay? I'm not really human friendly, but now you want me to teach diamond painting to 40 kids. For my friend, the librarian's school homeschool program type thing. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah. I'm just like, no. She mentioned kids, and I know she works with the kids. I'm like, no. I don't mind doing it for the adults, but kids, no. No, no. Oh, they're well behaved. No. No. Adults, yes. Maybe yes. Kids, no. Me and kids don't mix. I'm just not kid friendly. So, anyway, I'm sure I'll get roped into that. So I'd better start looking for something the 40 kids can do. Oh, Lord, give me patience to deal with this headache. But anyway, that catches us up for the week. Now we're on Saturday, and that's today. And it's like almost 11 o'clock, so I need to get off here and get ready to catch that bird from DAC that's dropping today. Yeah, that's what my phone was beeping about. Hubby was like, "Are you awake? Are you, you know, are you up to go get the picture and whatnot?" And I'm like, yes, I'm awake. So I need to get off of this and go get that picture. So as I try to end the video, be kind to your mind. Go do something fun for you. Enjoy the what? Yep. Enjoy the little things. Pooh tells you to go enjoy the little things. So go enjoy something little. Go do something nice for your mind. Go get an ice cream treat. I highly recommend Culver's. Don't know what the flavor is for Saturday, but go try it out. It's really good. And or go somewhere else for an ice cream treat. We got a Brahms, we've got a Dairy Queen, you know, wherever. Take a walk in the you-know-what, although it's kind of warm today, so I wouldn't really recommend that, but, you know, work on a puzzle, do a craft, go listen to music, whatever floats your boat, okay? You do you. Be nice to your brain, and be humble and kind, and this is where I'm going to sign off, so see you later in the next one. Bye, y'all.